Hey, I'm sitting at the park right now. Um, so if you watched my last video, to be really concise, this is just the story. Run it down for you again. Bernell was a 59-year-old black man from Milwaukee. This is I heard about this story 2 years before I would actually go there myself and stay there within like the suburban part for like 6 months. He appeared to be either a Rastafarian or a Hebrew Israelite, but he had long dreads and he would preach the Bible, the Word of God, in the streets in his neighborhood. He had his own publishing business. He he would exhibit signs outside of his house, like Bible verses, Trump 2020, and he strongly condemned the killing of George Floyd. Now, y'all know my stance on that. I'm not going to speak about that in the video, but ironically, him condemning the death of George Floyd had a comparison with Fox News of, George Floyd's name. Do you know this man's name? And I felt like my old channel, some of y'all know my old channel, I said that Black Lives Matter died on Easter. I mean, it died on Father's Day. When there was a shooting in Minnesota, and this was like 2 weeks after all the rioting and looting, I just said, where's Black Lives Matter at? And I just said, Black Lives Matter officially died on Easter. I mean, I keep saying Easter. It died on Father's Day, June 21st, 2020, at 9:30 p.m., 22 seconds. And it did. But if you want to give it another, if you want to restore the life of it and kill it again, Black Lives Matter died when Bernell Trammell died, when he was shot. Because you have this man being killed for his political beliefs, simply. They even highlighted as a political killing, like it was highly politically motivated. And I feel it was probably one of these young kids that did it. They didn't like what he had to say. They were just disagreed with his, his beliefs, ideologies, and he was simply gunned down for that reason and that reason only, no other reason. It's a lady online, young girl, who spoke pretty highly of him. I think it was on either Facebook or YouTube, because I was trying to find more about the case at one point, but it's still no leads, no nothing. It's still a cold case. It's been unsolved for 5 years, and Milwaukee, the black community, no one is speaking up about this. But I call him the original Charlie Kirk, because I'm not talking down of Charlie, but unlike Charlie, he stayed in a neighborhood amongst people who really needed his help. No disrespect to Charlie, but you're not really getting too much done, debating a bunch of college kids. If they're in college, let alone, that should tell you that they are pretty, they grew up in pretty nice backgrounds. Parents have enough money. Because if you really believe in God, you really have faith in what you believe in, you would go in some of the most urban, ghetto, run-down neighborhoods, the most white flightish neighborhoods ever. You would go in, like, if Charlie went to Detroit, if he went, I understand that, sorry about it. I understand you want to be logical. You don't want to get killed. But I feel if you really have faith in what you believe in, you would go in areas and help and speak and preach your beliefs to people that really need it the most. You would go to the south side of Chicago, because he's from Chicago. He's just from the suburban part. He would preach that word of God, and he would tell the residents of Chicago that you people need fathers in your life. And he may wake up a few people in the process. I mean, he may have probably got his ass kicked. But I just feel if he really, understand, he wouldn't talk like that in Chicago, because it's safer in Utah. And in spite of what happened, Utah is still a pretty safe, place to live. I stopped using that whole, oh, you need to worry about Utah. I mean, what really goes on in Utah? Just think about that. But Bernell Trammell, the original Charlie Kirk,